Hello students, I am Dr. Minakshi Mahur, Assistant Professor, Zoology, Shri Savliaji Government College, Manfia, Chittorgarh. Today my topic is General Characters of Aves. Aves means birds. They are one of the well-defined group of vertebrate animals. Birds are warm-blooded animals or hemiothermous animals. Warm-blooded animals are animals that are capable of maintaining a nearly constant body temperature irrespective of the temperature of the environment. Hence, their body temperature remains the same as they move from one surrounding to another. They have several internal mechanisms that help them warm up in colder areas and cool down in warmer areas. The control is mostly obtained by regulating their metabolic temperature. The aves have a spindle shaped body. The perfectly streamlined spindle shaped body of a bird is designed to offer minimum resistance to the wind and hence easily propelled through the air in the same manner as a fish swim through water quite easily without any waste of efforts. So it minimizes resistance of the wind. They have a well developed flight muscles, that is pectoral muscle, which help during the flight. Birds are bipedal, means there are two pair of limbs. Four limbs are modified as a wing for flying, and the hind line or legs are large and they are adapted for walking, hopping, perching, grasping, wading, and swimming. And they exhibit perching mechanism. Perching mechanism means the bird shows arboreal habitat. They are arboreal in nature. They fly in the sky. Uh, they uh, they show perching mechanism. Perching means they have a hind line well suited for an arboreal life, and the muscles are well developed. As a bird settles down on the tree, the legs bends and exert a pull on the flexor tendons, and this makes the toes automatically to the flex and to grip the perch. Hence, the bird in resting or sleeping is automatically clamped to its perch. So this is a perching mechanism. In birds, except uropygium gland, that is a preen gland or oil gland, at the base of tail, no skin gland is present, and ostrich and parrot lack oil gland. The, the upper and lower jaws of birds are modified into beak and it lacks teeth. Beaks are adapted to many ways of feeding, that is, seed crushing, fruit scooping, flesh tearing, nectar sipping, wood chiseling, grain pickling, etc. Epidermal scales are present on their legs. Exoskeleton is epidermal and horny, and it is represented by feathers forming a non-conducting body covering for warmth, and scales which are on the legs, and the claws on the toes, and the sheath on the beaks. Endoskeleton is a fully ossified, and the long bones are hollow with air cavities, that is a pneumatic. This type of structure present in the bird is to reduce weight of the bird so that it can fly easily in the sky. Skin is dry. Then the skull is smooth monocondylic means it bears a single occipital condyle. Its cranium is large and dome-like, and sutures are indistinct. Vertebral column is short. Centra of vertebra is heterocoelous, that is a saddle shaped. Cervical vertebra is numerous and bear small cervical ribs. Some thoracic vertebrae are fused together, and there is a sacrum which results by the fusion of posterior thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and anterior caudal vertebrae. Tail vertebrae are few, which are compressed laterally, and the last three or four fused into plug-share bone, that is a pygostyle. Birds have a sternum which is a large with the vertical mid-ventral keel for attachment of a large flight muscles. Feathers help in preventing heat loss, and it reduces air friction by providing passage to the air. Ribs are double-headed, that is a bicephalous, and bear posteriorly directed uncinate process. Both clavicles and the single interclavicle fused and form a V-shaped bone called furcula or wishbone. So wishbone or furcula is also characteristic of birds. Then the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal leads to cloaca. The alimentary canal has additional chambers, that is a crop and gizzard. The crop stores and softens the food, and the gizzard helps in crushing and churning the food. And there is a cloacal aperture. So here you can see there is a diagram of pigeon. So here it is a esophagus. This is the crop where food is stored and softens. Then it leads to gizzard. It helps in crushing and the churning of the food. Then this is the ileum. Then rectal ceca, rectum, cloaca, and the cloacal aperture. So this is the whole alimentary canal. In bird, gallbladder is absent. In some seed-eating birds like pigeon. The kidney are metanephric, which drain the nitrogen waste matter, chiefly uric acid, into cloaca through the uterus. So it is a kidney, pair of kidney, and it opens into cloaca. Kidney, they are and aves are uricotelic in nature. Then urinary bladder is absent except Rhea americana, which is also known as South American ostrich, and this is the only bird that has urinary bladder. Otherwise, urinary bladder is absent in birds. Then respiration. Respiration is by lungs. The lungs are spongy and elastic. Air sacs are present which are connected to the lung for supplement respiration. So here you can see this is the right lung, this is the left lung, and here these air sacs are present. This is the abdominal air sac, posterior air sac, and anterior thoracic air sac, then extraclavicular air sac, and clavicular air sac. So air sacs are connected to the lungs for supplement respiration. It is also a distinguishing feature of birds. So they respire by the contact compact, spongy, non-distensible lungs, continuous with the thin-walled air sacs. Then the larynx is without vocal cords. A sound box or a syrinx is present which lies at or near the junction of the trachea and bronchi. So here you can see syrinx. So voice is produced by a special organ, the syrinx. Then the heart is completely four-chambered. There is neither sinus venosus nor truncus arteriosus. Only aortic, right aortic arc persists in the adult. So, sinus venous is absent, and renal portal system is very much reduced or vestigial. In birds, RBC are nucleated, oval and biconvex. Then brain. The brain is large but smooth. It's a better developed than that of reptiles, of its cerebrum, and optic lobes are quite large. Cerebrum, cerebellum, and optic lobes greatly develop. Birds have 12 pairs of cranial nerves. They have keen sense of sight, but poor sense of smell. But kiwi has a good sense of smell. Pecten is present in the eyes of birds. So olfactory organ poor. Then ear openings are present. Each ear consists of three parts: external, middle, and internal. Sexes are separated. Many birds show sexual dimorphism. Male has a pair of abdominal testes and a pair of sperm ducts. Female has usually well developed single left ovary and oviduct. If right ovary and oviduct are present, they are vestigial, that is, they are non functional. All birds are oviparous. Like reptiles, birds lay cleredoid eggs, which are macrolecital and calcareous. All the four embryonic membranes are formed in the aves, that is, a chorion, amnion, allantois, and yolk sac. Eggs develop by external incubation, and in birds, cleavage is discoidal, meroblastic, and development is a direct. And newly hatched young, fully formed precocial. If it is a fully formed, then it is a precocial. But if it is immature, then altricial. In birds, parental care is well marked. One more thing I want to mention. Uh, Here I mentioned male has an abdominal pair of abdominal testes and a pair of sperm ducts, and the male has a pair. A copulatory organ is absent. But in some birds, like ratites, ducks, geese, copulatory exam, copulatory organ is present. So, copulatory organ is absent except in ratites, ducks, geese. Then, so the birds are the most beautiful among the animals, and they show courtship, nest building, parental care, migration, and territorial behavior. And they show flight adaptation. Um, Birds are adapted to their aerial mode of life because of their anatomy, embryology, physiology, and ecology. Their shape is a spindle shape. Their body is compact, light, but strong dorsally and heavier ventrally, and it helps in maintaining balance in the air. Uh, Body is covered with the feathers. The smooth, closely fitting, and backwardly directed counter feather make the body of bird streamlined and it helps in passage through the air because it reduces friction to minimum. Forelimbs are modified into wings so that they can fly. Their tail is short. Beak is present, which is used as a forceps in picking up things for nest building. They have a mobile neck and had the neck of bird is very long and flexible. And they show bipedal locomotion. The forelimbs being no longer available, the hind limbs or legs spring somewhat anteriorly from the trunk to balance and support the entire weight of the body and used for the locomotion on the ground or in water. And they have a large muscles of flight. The wing is depressed and lowered by enormous pectoralis major, and it is elevated or raised by pectoralis minor. Uh, they show perching mechanism, and their bones are pneumatic and they're filled with air sacs instead of bone marrow. It makes their body light. So, and the air sacs secure more perfect aeration of the lung, and it helps in internal perspiration and thus helps in regulation of the body temperature. So air sacs is also distinguishing feature of the aves. And because of compressing and dilating air sacs, the bird breathes more easily when in flight than at other times. They are warm-blooded, and avian heart is a relatively large and completely divided into four chambers, and it functions very efficiently with double circulation of blood. So these are some characteristics of aves which makes aves fly or to lead a uh, aerial to lead a arboreal mode of life. Thank you.